Well, folks, in today's video, I'm going to be custom painting this Athearn B unit to give it a classic Canadian National paint scheme. This was something I was commissioned to do by a subscriber of mine, and I told them I didn't think I could do a very good job, but they wanted me to do it anyway, so I told them I would do my best. So I already stripped the paint off the unit, and all that was left to do was to repaint it. So what I'm doing right here is taking measurements off of this Lionel CN locomotive. I'd use this as the basis for the stripes. That way I could get the taping perfectly to try to get the stripes as accurate as I could. So I was just taking some rough measurements right here, and in a moment I start applying the tape. Once I transferred the measurements from the locomotive over to the B unit, I was ready to begin taping. To get the measurements on, I just put a few marks here and there, and then they were ready to be taped on. So here I am, just marking up the dots. As you can see, I set 2 points, and all I had to do was line them up with the pieces of tape and apply them evenly. Once the tape was applied, I added a layer of clear coat to seal any gaps between the tape and the locomotive. This is something that several of you recommended after the Canadiana project. Once the clear coat was dry, I was ready to add on the white for all the zebra stripes. Short bursts were added all over as evenly as I could, and then after quite a few sprays, I let it dry, and here are the results. Get ready for some visual ASMR. And once this side was done, I went ahead and did the other side, but I didn't leave out the part of taking the tape off, because to me that's the best part of any spray painting job. Once I was satisfied with the work on the shell, I added a little bit of paint to the trucks and put them back together. Here's the results. And here it is all set up on the track. I figured it was only fitting to pair it up with the A unit it was roughly based on. I'm relatively happy with how it turned out. Having said that, it's far from flawless. The first thing I'll point out is that there's a little bit of overspray right here from the handrails, so that's not so good. But overall, I think the sealing strategy worked pretty well. I think the lines are a lot higher quality than they've been on many of my previous projects. So that's definitely something I'm going to do again in the future. But the larger problem is I'm pretty sure I got the lines backwards. I believe that this is the front of the locomotive and this is the back of the locomotive, which means the line should be pointed this way. So, yeah, unfortunately I'm going to have to get in contact with the owner of this and see if they want me to redo the lines on it. This was a free job, and I was pretty clear that I would probably make some mistakes on the way, but this is a bit of a larger mistake than I had kind of anticipated. The dotting strategy I used I thought was sort of confusing, so I only noticed this problem by the time I had already painted the lines on. So that, unfortunately, is not so good. This would have obviously looked a lot worse on a unit like this. I probably wouldn't have made the mistake on an A unit. But what can you do? It doesn't show too badly on a B unit unless you're a model railroader. But yeah, I'll have to get in contact and see what they have to say about that. Anyway, I went with a higher gloss on the wheels, just to give them a little bit more of a metallic look. I've noticed a lot of manufacturers, they put a little bit more of a matte finish on the body of the locomotive and a bit of a higher gloss for the wheels. So yeah, I thought that turned out relatively well. So yeah, all in all, not too bad looking a locomotive, but it's backwards. So yeah, I'll have to figure that all out. But anyway, for now, we'll let it run around as a B unit, being pulled by the A unit it was based off of. So here we go. Well, folks, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I thought this was a pretty interesting project. If the person who sent me this is watching this, I hope you're happy with the job I did. Sorry I got the locomotive backwards, but I'd already painted it. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching.